In this video, we will learn what is a quadratic equation. So we will see the very basics of quadratic equation. Quadratic equation, as the word indicates or the words indicate, quadratic and equation. We have already learned what is quadratic polynomial. So it is basically equation having quadratic polynomial. And what is an equation? Equation is something which has a left hand side equal to right hand side, and quadratic is polynomial with power 2, so what we understand is, so quadratic equation is having left hand side equal to right hand side format, so which is what the equation normally means, and then it is an algebraic polynomial with power 2. Earlier we have learned linear equation. So linear is power 1, and in this case it is power 2. And again it is to be written in this format like 2x square plus 3x plus 1 equal to 0. So this is a quadratic equation. It has a left hand side, it has a right hand side, and in between there is an equal to sign, and the polynomial here is having a maximum power of 2. A linear equation, on the other hand, so this is a quadratic equation power 2, and a linear equation, example of linear equation will be 2x plus 1 equal to 3. So this is a linear equation. Similarly, we can also have cubic equation. In cubic equation, now we can see that it will be having a power 3, like x cube plus x square plus 2x plus 1 equal to 0. So this type of equation is a cubic equation. So what we have learned in this chapter is, or what we have learned in this video is, what is a quadratic equation and how to recognize that it is a quadratic equation. And how to recognize, first of all we have to see that it is an equation. That means where left hand side is equal to right hand side, and also the polynomial should be having a power of 2. If there is a power, maximum power is only 1, then it is a linear equation, and if the maximum power is 3, then it is a cubic equation. So quadratic equation will have a power of 2, like x square, maximum power. That means an example is like this. Also, sometimes there are some trick things, and trick things are like, say if you have a polynomial, if you have a quadratic equations like x cube plus 3x square plus 2x plus 1 equal to x cube plus x plus 1. Now this is, on the face of it, it is looking like a cubic polynomial. On the both sides there are polynomial, but the coefficient of x cube on the both side is 1. So what will happen is that this x cube will get cut from here, and so this equation will become simply, 3x square, and then again 2x and x will go here, so 2x minus x, and then 1 and 1 is equal to 0. So basically, in the natural form, this equation is like this, and this has power of 2. So it is a quadratic equation. So although this equation, as an example which I have written, looks like a cubic equation, but that is not true, because the coefficient of both x cube is 1 and they are cutting each other. So real equation in this case is 3x square plus x is equal to 0. So before we check whether this is a quadratic equation or not, we need to make sure that there is no trick in it, and it is should not happen that this, on the face of it, it is looking like a cubic equation in this case, but actually when we simplify, in fact the best way is to put it in this format. What format we need to put? We should put ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So we simplify the equation first and put it in this format. That means on the right hand side we bring it to 0 and then check whether the equation is quadratic or not. Thank you.